whether however long.
I
Yeah.
can jump all over.
Do it, yes.
Yeah. And it's not good. I'm sure everybody up here can relate to the emotional squishiness of being a debut author. When Scarlet was coming out, I was stupidly reading Goodreads all of the time. And I was very fortunate in that most of the first couple reviews that came in were super positive and super nice and really kind. And I was like, this stuff is gonna be easy and great and wonderful. And then I got the bad one first, or the first bad one, not the bad one first. And it was this terrible, terrible review, just tearing apart everything I thought I ever loved.
Part of being at this event, my friends and I, we do like different authors. There's a lot of authors that we like that are the same, but there are some that are different. And on Saturday's signing, there was a group A and a group B, because this is 1,200 people it's being opened up to, so they split time. You got 3 hours in one room, 3 hours in the next, and then you would just switch what room you were in for each signing. Then my friends and I unfortunately got different groupings, but it didn't really matter because we wanted the Titan Pass, and you just gotta do what you gotta do. And it doesn't really matter anyway, because this year, with all the different random wristband numbers, you were just seeing people at different times. I got to talk to a lot of different people, and that's just fun as well, meeting a whole bunch of different people while you're in line, seeing who they like, or talking about the author that you're in line for and some of your favorites about that author. So it's just a really great event to be able to talk to all the different book lovers, and that part is just really fun as well. On Friday night, there was a 1001 Sparkler event. So that event kind of follows these books, the 1001 Dark Nights, and that's what the event is named after. When you go to the event, the first, I want to say 300 people got a goodie bag. It had a book from a participating author that evening. It wasn't all the authors that were at the signing for the weekend. We're between 10 and 15. You got a book, and then they give you a card. You have to ask the author a question. Mine was Ropes or Handcuffs. There's Vampire, Werewolf, Pantser, Plotter, Superman, Batman, a whole bunch of different fun things to ask them. You fill out your card. You can get your book signed by that author when you get to their table, and then you turn the card in and try to win a $100 Visa gift card. So it's just a fun evening, just hearing the author's answers to the questions and how they elaborate on them. So it was just a fun event. And then Saturday night, after everything, there was the Decades dance. Last year, I dressed up. This year, I didn't. I just went how I was. And it was nice because my friends and I weren't super exhausted like last year. Last year was just such a rush trying to get all the authors that we wanted, nervous that we weren't going to get to them, but the flow this year was just so great. We had extra time, and then we found this, well, last year there were a lot of people talking about this pizza sandwich place, and it's actually, if you go out of the hotel to your left and walk around to the back of the building, there was this pizza sandwich place and a Starbucks right next door, so it was just a nice little find so we could have a relaxing dinner before the Decades dance. This reminds me, at the meet and greet when you walked in, they had a table where people could pick up books, and I just want to say, be kind to your fellow readers out there, because the first couple of people, some of them were grabbing stacks and stacks of books before people even got in there. When they told you the rules were grab one book, and then if there's extra at the end, you can go back and grab some more. And people were just grabbing so many to begin with. It's like, just let the people in the back of the line get some too. I mean, there were plenty. Just be courteous to people. And they also had books out there at the Decades dance too that you could grab, but you also got a little goodie bag when you walked in there, and there was a book signed by Jennifer Armentrout in there with a few other little goodies, and it was fun because they had tickets or raffle prizes in there for tickets for next year's event. Fortunately, my friends and I didn't get any, but it was very nice that they put those in there. And then Jen and Hannah and Stephanie and Melissa, other people who help run the event, they say something, and they also announced the authors for next year, and it was great because this year there was someone walking around with already printed sheets of the author list for next year. So last year they just brought out this big banner and we're reading off of it, but this year is very nice that they printed those out for us. They do a costume contest, and it was so fun because this year there was a pair dressed up as Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears when they were a couple and wore their denim outfits to an awards show. If you remember that, might be dating myself for some of you, but they won, and it was really, really fun. And then they have a photo booth that you can do with your friends, but Jen and one of the cover models for some of her books, Drew, hopped in and you got to take pictures with them. Last year at the event, Drew was in a movie, Never Hike Alone, which is like a fan movie on the Friday the 13th movies, and that was one of my favorite things about Apollycon last year, because on every Halloween I watch those kinds of movies, and in Drew's movie there were things here and there that paid respect to the original movies, and I just loved it. And there's this, I'm just gonna call it a head popping scene in the movie, and at the photo booth, I don't like taking the same old photos or doing the same old thing. I like changing stuff up, so I asked Jen and Drew if we could pop Drew's head, kind of like this scene in the movie. So that is where, let's see, where this comes from. And you can see I kind of like dressed up for the night too, but Jen and I are popping Drew's head, and that was just the photo my friends took last year. And this year I kept asking my friends, how am I going to change it up this year? I wanted something different and fun again. So this year I brought up my Facebook page where the picture was, and I showed them, I said, I don't know if you remember, we did this last year, so this year could we change it up and pop Jen's head? And they look so awesome in the photo. I'm just laughing so I don't look as good as they do, but I just love this. Oh, this is us. They look so awesome, as you can tell. I'm kind of like laughing in the photo as well, but it was great. And then afterwards Jen was like, next year we pop in your head. It's something that was just really cool for me. On Jen's Facebook page, she posted the picture of us and said it was one of her favorite, like, out of context pictures from Apollycon, so that was just really special to me that she liked it, and I just had a lot of fun with it. And then here's my friends and I. Sunday, this isn't included for any ticket holders. It's a separate ticket that you have to buy, is the brunch. And this year Colleen Hoover was supposed to be the keynote speaker. Unfortunately, Thursday night, as I'm pretty sure it was Thursday, we were in line to get into the meet and greet. My friend's scrolling through Facebook while we're waiting to get in, and she sees a post how Colleen is now not coming, and it was just that she was really one of the reasons I wanted to come back this year. She's been an author that I have always wanted to meet, and come to find out, she had ovarian cyst burst, and she was no longer able to come, and I felt for her. I felt the pain she was in, because a couple years ago I had the same unfortunate thing happen to me, so I knew what she was going through. I mean, that was sad, but totally understand when you're in that medical situation, you're not going anywhere. I just hope she's healthy, and happy on her way to recovery. And then it was very nice because Christina and Lauren, it's a writing duo, Christina and Lauren, they actually rearranged their flights so they could come to the brunch. They gave away signed books to half the people there. They had so many ARCs they were giving away to people in the crowd, and they're a fun duo to listen to, so I just can't believe like they rearranged their flights to help out and be there. We also got a little goodie bag at the brunch. Another book signed by Jen was in there. There was a candle and a little keychain in there, so that was fun as well. And it was just really nice and so generous of everyone trying to rearrange the event and make it work. Brunch was really good as well. And that was Apollycon, guys. So sorry I had to split this into 2 different videos, and I know you'll be seeing different clips and photos in here, and I'm sorry I'm just not that comfortable yet filming in front of people. Is just something new for me. That's why it's just quick little clips of me zooming just to see the space we're in. And sorry, but I hope this answers a lot of questions for Apollycon. Oh, just one more I was thinking of as I'm looking down here. Have your names on post-its when you go to signings. I mean, there are some people in the more popular lines that have post-it pads to write your name for you, or there's authors, once they get to your book, they ask your name, but it goes so much quicker if you have your post-it in the page that they're going to sign with your name on it, and it makes it for a lot quicker process as well. Another thing I just thought of, at the beginning of the video, I told you how it was raining that day we arrived when we went to go get our food. Well, one of my suitcases, the outside is plastic and another is cloth. And the DC airport must not care about your luggage, because when all of our bags were coming up in baggage claim, they were soaked. I was so fortunate that when I packed my books, I put some in book sleeves that I have, and I put others in plastic bags. I was so fortunate I put the plastic bag ones in the cloth suitcase. Like, it wasn't intentional, it's just how it happened, because then my books were protected. If they were in the book sleeves with the fabric, my books would have probably been ruined. I had water in my suitcase and I had to throw it in the tub in our hotel room to dry it off. Like, that airport must have not covered our suitcases when they were coming off and didn't care to protect them. My bag was soaked. Just be mindful if you're flying somewhere and you have stuff you need protected, if you check the weather beforehand, to pack your stuff so it's going to stay safe, because not all airports care about your stuff and they're just gonna let your stuff get ruined. And so hopefully now I am going to wrap this up and say that is my Apollycon experience this year. It just went so smooth this year, so relaxing, and it was such a great trip with great friends. And let me know if you have any questions about the Apollycon event, and I'll try to answer them for you. Alright guys, see you next time. Bye.